In this video, we'll review the WPay for Microsoft Dynamics 365 feature set and a few sample transactions. WPay for Microsoft Dynamics 365 is our payment connector bridging Dynamics 365 commerce, finance and operations, and finance and supply chain to Worldpay, one of the leading global payment brands. From the home screen, navigate to the Settings button and scroll to verify the WPay extension installation. The WPay configuration display is here on the back office screen. Here you see the WPay features configuration options for customer lookup, payment agreement, donations, signature, receipt printing, post-checkout selection, level data, store and forward, and card on file. These features are all configurable within the WPay software. Here you can see the custom buttons for gift card on the POS transaction screen. From here, cashiers can activate and issue gift cards, add value, check the balance, and cash out. There is also an option for a custom button for card on file. Let's jump into a typical WPay workflow for a back office call center transaction. We'll start in accounts receivable by creating a fresh sales order for a customer. Since this customer is already in the system, their contact and shipping info automatically populates, saving you time. Next up, add items to the sales order. Once everything's ready, simply click Complete. Now for the payment. This customer conveniently has a card on file, but we could enter new payment details if needed. We'll confirm 100% payment, then submit the order. Now, if we navigate to payments, we can see that the status has been authorized. Here's where things are flexible. We can still void the transaction if necessary, but for now, let's move on. Time to pick and pack the order. We'll generate a picking list and update the handling status to completed. Easy as that. Now let's post the packing slip. Remember when we submitted the order? That's when the payment was authorized. Now, by invoicing the customer, we actually capture the payment. Click OK a couple of times, and voila, the invoice is posted and the payment is captured. The transaction is complete and the order status is now marked as invoiced. You can also check the sales order and payment section where you'll see the status has changed to paid. WPay makes managing back office call center transactions a breeze. Let's review a transaction that includes a customer agreement as well as adding a card on file. First, we'll add an item to the transaction. Now the customer is being prompted on the device to enter their phone number for customer lookup. Once their phone number is entered, the customer is added to the transaction. Now, the cashier can click Pay to complete the transaction. On the PIN pad, the customer is asked to agree with the payment agreement. When they click Yes, they are then asked if they'd like to donate. If they agree, they are given donation options. For this sample, we'll choose $2. You can see the PIN pad and transaction are both updated with the new line item for the donation amount. We'll click Enter, and the customer is then prompted to insert, tap, or slide their card to make a payment. The PIN pad then prompts to confirm the amount. Now the cashier is prompted to add a card on file here. We'll say yes. The customer is then prompted for their signature. The POS is telling us that the signature doesn't appear to be complete, but we can accept the signature as it is signed. At the end, the customer is then prompted with an experience survey, where they can choose an option from your pre-configured list. And now the transaction is complete. Now we'll review a point-of-sale transaction and how to complete the sale with a card on file. First, we'll add an item to the sale, and then add a customer to the order. The PIN pad prompts the customer to enter their phone number. At this time, the PIN pad will also prompt the customer to opt in or out of the donation request. Here now you can see the customer Shelly has been added to the transaction. In this scenario, Shelly already has a card on file with us for her payments. So if we go ahead and click Pay with Card, when we click Enter, it gives the option for the card on file we can select. Then we can click Yes, and the customer will navigate through the remaining PIN pad workflow options to complete the transaction. And now the transaction is complete. Let's do a transaction showing a split tender sale with a partial credit card auth, and then finish the transaction with cash. We'll add a product to our sale. In the WPay PIN pad workflow, you can configure the addition of the customer to the sale and donation requests. In this instance, we'll show how a customer donation is added. First, the customer will enter their phone number on the PIN pad to look them up. It shows the customer is not in the database, and they have chosen to not add themselves. Then there are some donation questions in the process of the PIN pad as well. Once the donations are agreed to, you can see the donations are now added to the transaction. We can close out the transaction with a credit card. This instance shows partial approval on that credit card, and then we'll finish the remaining balance as paid with cash. And now the transaction is complete. If you have questions about our WPay extension, check out the extensive user guide included with the WPay software. You can learn more about WPay prerequisites, frequently asked questions, and payment architecture. Review basic setup of TriPOS, payment services, and hardware profiles. Overview commerce setup, including card on file, customer lookup, donations, external gift cards, and more. There are also sections about line item display, payment agreement, payment signature, receipt configuration, and store and forward setup and reconciliation. Our WPay help guide also reviews how to manage all of the accounts receivable and point-of-sale transaction types you need. Users can efficiently process payments via card on file, credit card, cash, and more. Our WPay payment extension simplifies payment processing within Microsoft Dynamics 365. Visit our website to learn more and download the WPay extension. Contact our team today to get started with this fantastic option for your Dynamics 365 environment.